dandadan season 2. We're back at it. We're doing reactions on Patreon. I've missed the chaos and just all the energy that comes with these characters. It's pretty wild. Now, I have heard the opening once because we're one episode in, but I've not had time to sit down and do a musical analysis of it. So we're going to do that now. I'm very excited. Let's go. This is On the Way by AiNA The End. Here we go. This groove. Oh, yeah. All right, let's go back and talk about the first 30 seconds. This is a very fun opening to listen to. There's a lot of cool musical things happening. We're going to stop and start like a million times here. I'm sorry, but there's just too much to talk about. So, okay, I guess there's like 3 boxes checked for me, like melody box, groove box, and harmonic progression, like the chord progression where we're going. They're all pretty stellar. Like, I feel like a lot of things are going on. If we just isolate and like ignore the visuals on the screen, like just try to listen down to the layers, just listen to her voice. It's gritty. We get a little bit of a blues factor going on here. It's really nice how she kind of soars and just hits that range and just kind of elevates above the groove. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not genre blending. It's just like there's some elements of like a little bluesy factors, a little pop factors, but it's more about how she sounds and just like inside of that range, like meaning everyone has a range. Like when you sing, like you have spots that you're going to excel at. She's just really excelling right there. It's very, very enjoyable to listen to. Now, okay, the part that makes it for me though, it's just the groove that's underneath is so fucking stanky, but stanky in a great way. Meaning we get a little bit of a backbeat from snare drum on 2 and 4. There's this like these faded, like the fidelity feels like next room, like the 16th note, like the groove, the 16th note bass groove we're getting in the keyboard synth. It is so cool. And then the keyboard parts, bump, jump, bump, bump. And that's it. That's so tasty. That makes it so stanky in a great way. Listen to all 3 and how that just, I don't know, like it does it for me. Come on, man. But now we progress and we go. You know what I'm saying? But it's still present. Obviously, now we come out of that groove into doom ja ga boom ga ga. However, that's still the same though because you have boom into doom ja ga doom ja ga. That's present. The fundamentals are present there, and you're still going to be moving the same way. Well, hopefully you don't start flailing around. I mean, you know what? If you do, you do. The drummer might look at you and be like, all right, cool. You do you. Do what you want to do. But for me, all those fundamentals are still present there. But there's some other changes as well. Obviously, if we go back and listen to this transition, you're gonna hear some other things. Very clearly, the synth bass becomes a lot more present in the mix. It feels a lot more, I guess, close in tone rather than so far and removed away. We have harmonies on the vocals. We have some upper synth lines that are a lot more present. It feels like there might be some guitar lines in there too. They're not super predominant though, but the point is the mids and the highs really fill out in comparison to how we were given that stanky groove in the beginning. Now, one more time, we'll just listen to how those 2 parts change, and we'll continue on this time and talk about that third segment. This is just so good, man. Come on, man. Now we push a little bit. This is still present though. And then, way different. Now the bass is very hot in the mix, and keyboard fills in everything. Almost like a montuno a little bit, but clearly really in the first 30 seconds, it just does this. It just swells out and we fill everything in, and I mean, kudos to them because that's really, really good. It's just music math. It's a strategy. It's a really well-designed melody against a really well-designed track so far. It's very, very cool. There was one thing I noticed I did not hear before. This little percussion. I had not heard this transition. I was sorry. I just missed it. Just missed it. What a fun little detail. Not needed at all, but adds so much to the flavor. So it's just cool to acknowledge these things. Like it's really great. Okay, so now as we get up to the 30-second mark, it's gonna sound like we kind of go somewhere else, chordally speaking, like as far as where the chords are. We'll talk about where we go in a moment, but I want to give you 10 seconds of context here to make this transition. Here we go. Two, three. Yeah, man. That feels good, man. The grooves in here are just amazing. Listen to the range in her voice. Slow variants. Wow. Okay, I have so much to say about this section. It's really, really, really good. You get so much. I feel like I'm really hearing her. Like, I don't feel like this is super saturated in like effects. At the very, very end of that section, you can hear some like post-processing stuff there, which really is kind of cool because it's not present the whole time. So that it's a nice little like turn of events as far as effects go. Okay, so what's going on chord wise? Why does this sound so cool when we get here in this transition to the 30-second mark? The big sustain. Same chord. Again. You know what I'm saying? Boom, we're camping on right here, but it's way down there. I can't sing that low. But you might be like, well, how is that related to the beginning? Well, I will show you. In the beginning, if you listen to where we are tonally, bum right here. We know we're in a minor key. Bum, 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 bum. It's very obvious, right? We think 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we're on point here. 30 seconds. But down here. Yeah, so that's the 5 of that. So we're really just sustaining on the 5 chord within this key, but the groove hits and we don't really need to go anywhere chordally, like chord speaking, and it works really well. Like this is all just like what we talked about before, is strategy, but it's kick-ass strategy though. But let's listen to all the variants we get within her voice and why it sounds so good. And then obviously they're saying dandadan in the lyrics again, but in a much different rhythmic way than we had last time. It's just very clever. Yeah, man. And did you hear how we're really getting on the low end of her register? That's so cool. That's why I feel like I'm really like hearing her instead of like, those of you that know me, I bitch about it all the time, how much just, it's inevitable to have some, you know, there's going to be some auto-tune, there's going to be some post-processing and stuff, but like so many artists, it's like so overly saturated that you're just not even getting a human experience whatsoever. At least here, I'm like, oh, wow, I feel like, you know, I can hear where some of your range fits and how you fit in that, and it feels really good in this track. Now, some people care, some people don't care. We're not going to debate about that. That's not what it is. I'm giving praise here because it feels real good. Now, okay, dan, we get it. We get 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the 4th bar of these grooves every time. Obviously, such a very different rhythm. Quarter, 8/8 quarter, versus what we had last time. It's a similar rhythm. We still have some like slow and fast groupings of the title of the anime together, and we even get a variant within it, how it's displayed here. But it's nothing like it was before, which is really cool. You might care about that. You might not. I definitely care about that. Those kind of details are really fun for me to experience. I enjoy that quite a bit. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3. Again. Now, we'll get a variation here. That's like the closest one we get. That grouping versus It's cool. This is like the way more sexy version though. You like at the 30-second mark here, this B section. If you want to feel this as the bridge, it's probably safe to go ahead and feel this as the bridge. I just don't know because obviously this is the anime length. We're gonna get a much longer version for the full. I usually don't do the full version of the songs until we finish the anime. You know what? I never did a full version analysis of opening one. So sometimes I break my own rules. Anyway, just pretend. Let's moving on. Anyway, other elements. Obviously, the sound of the snare drum has changed here. That groove is still present, but we get a much more, I guess, angled and present sound in the snare mix against that whatever's going on here in our low end bass tones, keyboard synth bass tones here. Bum, 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 bum. They're a lot more pronounced melodically here. Almost synth wavy. So obviously that all feels good, and it just has a completely different takeaway in the feel. But the biggest difference is where her voice, the range is not as high as it was in the beginning, and the flow of what she's giving us. Those are massive differences. So if you only put your ear on her voice right here. Oh, break beats there kind of going on. Like, I don't know. There's this, I could do a half-hour video on this and just praise every little part here, but we'll try. People check out, they're like, oh, whatever, dude. The point is, there's a lot to nerd out about, and it's just so much variety given to us within such a short time within the song. You know, again, that might be important to you. It might not be, but that's just, it's what's happening within here. So it's really cool. Okay, let's keep going and get to like kind of the B section of the B section here. Now we go on. Way different bass tones. What a different style to give us, and we have such more of a round sound. Like, listen down to the synth bass lines. It is completely a different texture that we get right here. The groove has changed. The type of snare drum that's being used has changed. There's so much. You still want to dance here. You still feel the groove that's from the beginning, but we're getting such a different element of it. I don't know. It's just very, I don't know. I don't have the vocabulary for it. I'm just appreciating all the varieties that they're giving to us. Nice harmonies in the voice too. This part's killer. Obviously, what a great way to build that within the. Hold on, let's go back to like the minute mark here. A couple seconds for the transition. 2, ready, and another sustain. Oh. But obviously, this is like the sexier version of the sexier version. Like, it's cool. We get another sustain within the low notes here that helps build, and then we get the ultimate variety and like the vocal flow that we hadn't had present before. So basically, during this, I mean, I know we've stopped. It's like 13 minutes in. We've talked about it so much, but you really, really, really do get this big crescendo of ideas that are happening to drop us back into the chorus. So we'll let it come in. I'm going 2 seconds, about 3 seconds before this transition. We'll see what happens to be in the last chorus here and if there's any differences. Here we go. Yeah, there's some differences. Wow, that's so great. All right, so the biggest thing for me, I can't wait to see where the full version goes, but the biggest part for me is the guitar is very present. Dynamically speaking, as we push here, the last chorus, it's pretty loud. I actually had to turn on my mix. I was like, oh my God, your mix stayed the same, but just the overall presence. There's just a lot going on. Let's see if I can drop into this in about right here. Yeah. Quite a bit of doubling up on the vocal lines too, but the guitar is very present now. So, but everything else, like as far as like the function of the chords and how it was dropped before, those are all still present. It's just there's lots of layers happening to kind of make that be just augmented in that way. So, yeah, I'll stop talking there. That's just too long. 15 minutes for a minute and a half song. It is what it is. There's just a lot to geek out about. So I'm definitely appreciating this. I'm pretty excited to see what would be different on the long version. Hopefully lots. And I will eventually have to get back and make that full version for dandadan. Dandadan opening 1. So anyway, there it is. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. My name is DrumRollTony. Catch me live on Twitch, or more importantly, you should come watch some anime with me on the Patreon. It's a good time. A lot of varieties in the titles. We're laughing a lot. We're just missing one thing. That's you. Link for all that stuff down in the video description below. Please and thank you. Click the like button. Subscribe to the channel so you can check out the next video. YouTube thinks you want to watch one of these 2 videos next. Have a great day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.